Hey guys, welcome to Commander Lounge. And I'm just came back from my from the release of Battle for Zendikar, and yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a good draft. Drafting was, it wasn't that confusing. It was a lot easier than sealed to me, because it was a little faster, picking wise and everything. And I just, I overall had a good time, and I got to build a fun. I got to have a fun build, and that was what was it? It was blue red colorless build. It was really good with a lot of synergy with having a lot of colorless, and it was really good. It actually went 2-1-1. The draw that I had was it probably should have been me winning because I actually was about to wrath the board, and then the game was over. I wrathed the board that game when it was over, and I got in for a bunch, and then next turn I would have finished him off with my horde of creatures, but when it's the draw, it's a draw. It was so close though. It went down to the wire. But yeah, it was fun, and so yeah, I only won 2 packs since I went 2-1-1, and yeah, let's see what I got, and I'll show you the my top picks for each pack for first pickables. Top 3 cards for drafting, and let's see what we got here. Anticipate. Mindbreaker, it's alright. Territorial Bailiff is really good. Kite Sail's not so much. Scatter Skull Recruit, it's a solid card. Same with Brood Hunter Worm, it's good on its curve. Spell Shrivel's good. Complete Disregard's good. Rune Processor's alright. I mean, I kept passing these, and once again, I was in the blue red aggro. Skyline Cascade's really good for late picks, probably. This is a real tough one, whether or not, because it's, you gotta make sure that you're in these, you're doing these processing things. So yeah, I'm not too sure about this card. Grip of Desolation is probably first pick. It's really good. Breaker of Armies, yeah, it's solid, And Shroud of the Forsaken, yay! I got something for I guess Commander. You get a nice little full art. Alright, so top picks for me. I mean, I think it's got to be Grip of Desolation first pick. Yeah, I think we'd probably go like this. Probably pick it like this. Grip of Desolation, Complete Disregard, and Breaker of Armies. I'd be afraid in this deck because I mean, of course you got to take the Grip, I think. Even though this is a bomb. I don't know, maybe, because with it being Complete Disregard, it would make you think about picking Breaker of Armies first, only because, and I don't like black to begin with, I don't like their removal, mainly Grip of Desolation, but the reason why I do this is because I might pick Breaker of Armies first, because if I pick Grip of Desolation first, most likely someone's going to pick up Breaker of Armies or Complete Disregard, and somebody to the opposite side of me is going to be, competing in my colors. So I don't know. I would, it'd be so hard to get rid of Grip just because of how great it is. But, this is a bomb, so I don't know. I'm just going to make a pick right now. I'd just pick Grip. Just be on the safe side. Make sure I have removal. Let me know how you guys would pick that, because that, of course that confused me. You guys could tell. It took me a while. Alright, so let's see what's up with this pack. Alright. We got a Blister Pod. Anticipate. Boiling Earth. 1 damage to each creature your opponent controls. That's actually not bad against the right deck. So yeah, it's a good sideboard. Lithomancer Focus. I mean, it's combat trick. It's solid. Greaseawful Menace. I think it's a nice curve filler. Snapping Gnarlhide is really good. Yeah, you should definitely have these in your green decks. Evolving Wilds, great later on. Eldrazi Sky Spawner. The reason why my deck was so good is because I got to pick up 3 of these in my draft. And I was getting them late. Like, I was getting some crazy cards late, and it was just filling me out just perfectly for my strategy. But this is a great card. Hedron Blade. I heard this card is really relevant against against heavy Eldrazi decks. So yeah, nice sideboard. Unified Front. I heard somebody saying that this card's awesome, and I think it's meh. I mean, if you're converging, it's decent, Ulamog Nullifier, even though how great the card is, with what it can do. It's got to be in that sort. Like, late game, I literally had back-to-back this card pass to me in, like, my last, like, 4 cards. 4 of them, 3, and I was just like, yeah, no. Titan's Present, that's another one you can't just take off the bat. You got to really make sure you're in the... Even though it's removal, you got to make sure you're in that sweet spot. And then we got an Ally Land. You don't pick this. And you got a nice little foily Seek the Wilds. It's beautiful art. Too bad it's not, like, crazy good card, but beautiful art. Alright, so top picks. This is a weak pack. This is what we call a weak pack. Like, I have to dig for top picks. That's sad. Holy jeebus. I'm sorry, guys. I really don't know how I picked this one. I mean, of course, I'd probably first pick the... I wouldn't even think, and I'd grab the Eldrazi Sky Spawner. But then I'd probably... I'm making it top 4. So, yeah. Eldrazi Spawner first pick, Snapping Gnarlhide second, Lithomancer's Focus third, and Titan's Presence fourth, just because I wanted to include it, because it's a good card. That's how I pick them. Yeah. So, yeah, the games were just so nuts today. And, people were cool and everything. It was just a great time. And I gotta give a shout out to this card. This card won me games limitedly. Even though my deck was really fast, it was relevant to have this. I mean, of course, you're putting out, Scions. You're gonna be jumping up. No matter what, you're gonna be ramping. But Devastator did so much work. I even had one game where I had this guy give him, like, the guy was about to deck me with how many, we both were, like, stalemated in creatures, and I pulled this, like, I think I had, like, 4 cards left, 4 or 5 cards left, just slammed this and got him in for, he was at 10 life, and I got him in unblockable, and then I had burn in my hand to finish it off. It was just nuts. It was a great game. His deck was really good. He played a mono green ramp Eldrazi that was really good. But yeah, let me know about your guys, how your guys' experience went with the release of Battle for Zendikar, because I know I had fun. How did you guys do? And would you guys open? And what do you guys think of this video? And yeah, like, favorite, and subscribe. And you guys take it easy. Bobble bobble.